Bonjour, everyone. Hi, this is Neshi Lokotz. Welcome to Star Nation's community here at our main fan page. I have a new camera, so I had to adjust it just a little bit here. Sorry about that. Welcome to Communications from Home, right here on Facebook at our main fan page. And tonight is Tuesday, May 28th, and the show tonight's all about the Unity Breath Meditation. One of my favorite things, I have to admit, one of my favorite kind of meditations. It's a meditation I've been doing for a really long time, and to be able to share it with you is my pleasure and also my honor to be here with you as you raise your frequency to the frequency of love. Yeah. So one of the things that I'm going to do before we get started is I'm going to like and share our broadcast, our live stream. And I invite you to do the same thing. And usually it's because as light workers, whenever we find a video or a live stream or a post that is helpful to our soul growth, that we should be sharing it, because it means that someone else out there is looking for the same information, right? And usually that is all I say, and we say, that's really good. Just share it with one other person even. But tonight I'm going to also add that it'd be very helpful. I was so busy this afternoon with magazine items that I didn't have time to promote the show the way I would normally do in the late afternoon. And so with your sharing, it'll really be helpful. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. I am actually going to where are we? Got to find the live stream first. Here we are. I'm going to like our live stream, and I'm going to share it to my news feed. And so that I can remind my friends that I'm live streaming tonight. There we go. And asking them to please join us. There we go. There. I'm going to get that posted. There we go. Just want to double check my camera here. And I was explaining to the afternoon live stream show audience that I just recently got a different camera, a new camera. It's the same company, but it's a little bit different. And so I'm getting used to it. And so I just want to double check. There, it looks good. All right, so as we wait for more people to come into the chat, just a few more, right? Just making sure that we got everybody's covered. yeah, right. Rob, that crew. It's good to have you here, Rob. It's good to have you here. So let me explain just a little bit about this meditation. Oh gosh, we've been doing this meditation together for probably 2 years now, close to 2 years. This meditation is one that I've been doing since, or a variation of it, since 2002. And I have to share that it really does change how you feel from the time you begin to the time you end the meditation. And it brings our frequency to the frequency of love. And so when you feel like that, that is the best time to say those special prayers, right? If you're praying for somebody's health, or maybe it's one of your children and you're just wishing for them to have the best life possible, right? Yeah. Or if you're manifesting something for yourself, no matter what it is, that you're at the frequency of love. And so that means that you're in balance, right? You're in balance with your thoughts and with your emotions. And so it's a good time to be able to work on your manifestations. So right after our live stream is a good time just to sit back and to do those prayers, or to do that dreaming kind of work with your manifesting. Okay. All right. So This particular meditation, there's a very ancient origins to it. Now, it has evolved over time to include those of us in what one of my teachers used to call industrial humans, okay? Modern humans. Yeah. So Drunvalo Melchizedek, one of my teachers, he learned this meditation from the Kogi Mamos. And the Kogi Mamos are indigenous people to the mountain regions in South America. And they, in their language, roughly translated to English, is the language of no words. And the language of no words is about love, and it's about being in your heart. So the Kogis shared with Drunvalo that those in their clans, when they want to be quote unquote real humans, they go through this meditation, and it's more of an initiation, okay? And so what he learned was that people would have time, alone time, and they were led by a holy person, one of their we'll call them shamans, but you know how I feel about that word. One of their shamans would be leading them, okay, taking care of them. They would be placed in a cave with no light, no fire, right? And they'd spend 9 days and 9 nights in that cave in the dark. And they would say that they would dance, but it's not like jamming out to one of your favorite tunes, all right? It would be more or less like a trance dance, right? Kind of a rocking or a swaying. And the thing is that they would confront their own fears, their own ego in those 9 days and 9 nights, right? And once they were done on that 9th night and they were led out of the cave at the sunrise of the 10th morning, it said that they would be in love with all of creation, right? That they would live their life from their high heart, from their heart, because they'd balance their mental mind with their emotions. And so can you imagine what it would be like to be in complete darkness with no food or water for 9 days and 9 nights? Yeah. And for some of us who've gone through Vision Quest, it's similar, but not quite the same, because we go through 4 days, right? And 3 nights, but we don't necessarily go through that in a cave, right? And so you're facing a lot of your fears. Yeah. And so in this ancient way of meditating and bringing yourself to the frequency of love, Drunvalo worked with the Kogi Mamos to use the basics. I'll put it that way, the basics of that meditation. And so you're going to be receiving that tonight. And we do this once a month on the last Tuesday of each month. Hey, Tina's here. Hello, Tina. I'm just going to say hi to a couple people here. Rob says, just got in from a 6-mile hike on the Polly Ann Trail northwest of town. Broke 2 hours, but my lower legs are covered with mud. Aw, well, congratulations. You know, that's pretty good. 6 miles. I used to walk 5 miles a day back in the day. I haven't done that since we moved up here. And you feel good, right? Afterwards. It's like, yeah, I did it. And this actually, you know, in some ways, this meditation is kind of the same. It's kind of the same because we're consciously aware of what we're doing. And so when we're consciously aware, we can experience an event or situation much more deeper. More deep. All right, so there's a couple things that I need to share with you before we get started. For those of you who haven't done this meditation with me, there's a few things that will help you as you go through the meditation, okay? So one of them is this. Here's a picture of Grandmother Earth. And notice that there's this shaft of that going right through her center, right? There's something that we have that's called a crystalline tube or pranic tube. And it goes right down through the center of us, right down through our crown chakra, all the way through the center, all the way through and down into Grandmother Earth. And Grandmother, our bodies replicate hers. And so she has exactly the same thing because we get it from her. All right. And so what that means is that the universal energy, the energy from the Creator is flowing down through us constantly, a nice gentle flow, 24/7, 365. And that energy is at the frequency of love. So you could say that we have love flowing through us all the time, all the time. Generally speaking, not many people turn their attention to it, but we'll be doing that tonight. Okay. And so Grandmother Earth has that same love flowing through her. And you can barely see it, but in the picture, we'll give it a solo here. In the picture, you can kind of see that there's another circle around her, right? And that's created by what's called a toric field. And that's her energy body around her. And we have the same thing. All right. So that is a crystalline tube. Here is another picture of it. This is a really good picture of it. It shows the energy flowing down through us, down through our chakras, and how it flows all the way down through us, down through our legs and down into the earth. That's universal energy, also known as prana, right? And for those who study the chakra system, you might know it as the Hara line, okay? And this one is a nice diagram that shows what the Hara line is and how that universal energy flows down through our body. Okay? All right. Now, this particular picture is one of my favorites. This shows that toric field, and a toric field is kind of like if you were looking down through the top of it, it would look like a donut, okay? And the toric field, the larger one that you see there, is created by the universal energy flowing down through you. It flows down through the top and up through the bottom, and it's this constant flow all the way around you that creates that larger toric field. There's another smaller toric field closer to the body, and that's generated by your heart. Okay? So you could say we actually have two toric fields. All right, and here. One of the things I'm going to be asking you in the meditation is to bring images to you. Images of Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky to you. Places in nature that you just really, really love. So for Grandmother Earth, it could be, maybe it's in your own backyard. It could be maybe a park that you've been to, someplace that you travel to all the time that you just find so beautiful there, right? You could also bring in a being that you love. It could be one of your pets. It could be one of your children. Maybe they're adults now, but you can bring them in as a baby or a toddler, okay? And so what it is that we're creating that image of love. unconditional love to Grandmother Earth, but also to our own relatives, right? Truly, one of your own children or grandchildren, or maybe it's a pet, or maybe it's an animal in nature, maybe it's a tree or stones, something you just really, really love, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing with Grandfather Sky. Everything that you love about Grandfather Sky, the sun, the moon, the stars, right? Rainbows, thunderclouds, lightning, anything that you just love about Grandfather Sky, any of those images. And I have to tell you, it's okay. It's okay to go from one image to another. As long as you're feeling the emotions around those images, you can change them as often as you like. So you could go from what it feels like to be in the sun that you just love, okay, the warmth, right, to maybe on a full moon night, is standing there gazing at the moon. And as long as you're feeling the emotions around that, how much you love seeing those images, everything that you love about that image, that you're actually feeling it. That's important. Our ancient ancestors knew that that was the key to being in your heart. That's the key to the connection to all of creation, right? And when we do that, we change our frequency. Yeah, so that's the key. Now, there's also one more thing that we're going to be imagining, bringing to you, is a image of a sunrise or a sunset. Okay, either is good. It's just bringing that image to you and all the things that you love about it. Okay, all right. All right, so make sure I touched on all the images I wanted to show you. All right, so the other thing that I'm going to help you do is I'm going to help you get relaxed, because we know for sure that when we're in a relaxed state, it's much, much easier for us to bring those images to us. Okay? All right. So one of the things that you'll want to do is to get comfortable. And if you're seated in a chair, you're going to want your feet flat on the floor. Now, that means that you might have to scooch up toward the edge of the couch or the chair or something. You want to have some pillows behind you, maybe, if you're a little bit shorter and your legs don't necessarily touch the floor when you're seated all the way back. So you want to have your feet flat on the floor. You can put some pillows behind you to get some support. It's also important for you to be comfortable. So if you have a bad back, you want to be as straight as possible, but you also want to be comfortable. So you want some support on your back, okay? And I'll give you a few minutes to do that while I continue with the explanation. And so you want your legs uncrossed, your hands and your arms uncrossed. You want to be an open circuit, okay? That's if you're seated. You can do this lying down if you like. I'm not going to be showing any more images, so you won't miss anything. All you need to do is be able to hear my voice, okay? So you can lie down, get comfortable, put, a pillow under your head if you need to, or under your knees to give some support to your lower back. Some people like to take off their jewelry or their glasses. The meditation itself is going to take about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that. Yeah. So get comfortable, okay? And I'll give you a couple minutes to do that. Actually, I'll give you a couple minutes is a long time when you're doing a live stream. So probably about a minute or so, all right? You're going to notice that we're not going to be using any music with this. This is a meditation that once you learn it, that you can do it anywhere, anytime. You can bring these images to you anywhere, anytime. In other words, when you're waiting in line, okay, at a grocery store or a department store or maybe even the post office. When I first started doing this meditation, I would practice too. I would practice when I was waiting for the water to boil for tea. I would bring images of Grandmother Earth to me, or Grandfather Sky, or the sunset to me. So it's practicing it, right? Because when you're feeling distraught, when you're feeling not at your best, okay, you can always do this part of the meditation. It helps you to kind of do an attitude adjustment in a way, okay? So you can do this anytime, anywhere, except driving. Well, I've actually done part of it driving. I have used the scenery of Grandmother Earth to say, oh, isn't that beautiful? I just love those rolling hills, those kinds of things, okay? All right. So hopefully you're ready, and we're going to get started. Now, the thing is you'll want to, if you want, you can close your eyes as well. It's probably very helpful. For those people who've studied with me, if you have your mind folds handy, you can put your mind folds on when we get started, okay? All right. Got to move some of George's toys. He was here with me earlier today. All right. So here we go. We're going to get started. Take a drink of water here. All right, you ready? Feet flat on the floor, back straight as possible, arms and legs uncrossed, closing your eyes. And we're going to get relaxed, okay? So in a moment, I'm going to be asking you to take a deep breath in. And when you do that, to fill up your lungs as much as you can. At the top of the breath, just holding it just for a second. And on the exhale, really blowing it out through your mouth, okay? So here we go. Big, deep breath in, really filling up your lungs. And at the top of that breath, just holding it just for a second and then blowing it out. There we go. It's good. That's good. That was a practice one. All right, just breathing easy and naturally now. All right. On the next one, I'm going to be asking you to take another deep breath, filling up your lungs again at the very top, holding it just for a second. And on the exhale, blowing it out through your mouth, but this time imagining seeing a white mist coming from your mouth, okay? So here we go. Taking a big, deep breath in, really filling up your lungs. And at the top of that breath, just holding it just for a second. And on the exhale, blowing it out through your mouth, imagining seeing a white mist coming from your mouth. Good. Good. Now just breathing easy and naturally. There. You're doing good. We're going to do it one more time, okay? Big, deep breath in from the bottom to the top of your lungs, holding it just for a second. And on the exhale, imagine seeing a white mist coming from your mouth. Good. Breathing easy and naturally. Turning your attention to your feet. Noticing how your feet feel, what it feels like to have that connection to the floor, or if you're in a lying position, is noticing the connection of your heels to the floor. Just noticing. Noticing how your feet feel. And now noticing your calf muscles. And your knees. Noticing how your knees feel. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And when you exhale, you can feel your feet relaxing. Feeling your calves relax. And feeling your knees relax. It's good. Noticing your thigh muscles. Noticing how they feel. And now noticing your hips. Just noticing. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your thigh muscles relaxing. Noticing your hips relaxing. Relaxing. Noticing how your feet feel relaxed and your calf muscles. Noticing that your knees and your thighs feel relaxed. And how your hips feel relaxed. Turning your attention to your stomach muscles. Noticing them. Noticing your diaphragm. Noticing the muscles across your chest. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And when you exhale, you can feel your stomach relaxing and your diaphragm relaxing. And the muscles across your chest relaxing. Relaxing. Turning your attention to your low back. Just notice how it feels. Noticing your mid-back. Noticing how your shoulder blades feel. And the tops of your shoulders. Just noticing. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your lower back relaxing. Noticing your shoulder blades and your mid-back relaxing. Noticing your back letting go and relaxing. Noticing your fingers and your hands. Noticing your forearms and your elbows. Noticing your upper arms and your shoulder joints. Noticing how your arms feel. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your hands and your arms relaxing. Relaxing. And now noticing your neck muscles. Notice how they feel. Noticing your jaw and the muscles around your eyes. Noticing your forehead and your ears. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And on the exhale, feeling your neck muscles relax and your eyes relaxing. Noticing your forehead relaxing. Relaxing. With every breath that you take and with every sound that you hear, you're just becoming more and more relaxed. More and more relaxed. In your imagination, imagine being surrounded by a white light. A white light that's all the way around you, surrounded. This is the light of the Creator, protecting you. Notice what it feels like to be bathed in the Creator's protection. And now quietly to yourself or out loud, call your birth name, your given name, 4 times to call all aspects of you home. Good. And just noticing what it feels like to have as much as possible, to have all aspects of you home in the present moment. That's good. In your imagination, imagine sensing, feeling, seeing your pranic tube running down through the center of you, down through your crown chakra, all the way down to your root chakra, down past your feet, down into Grandmother Earth. About a foot. And turning to your attention to the universal energy, prana, flowing gently down through the top and up through the bottom of your crystalline tube. Turning your awareness to this gentle flow of love. In your imagination, imagine images of Grandmother Earth, of nature, bringing those images of her that you just love and appreciate. Could be your own backyard. It could be a place in a park, out in nature that you just love. It's so beautiful there. Noticing the colors of the trees, of the grass, the ground. This is a very special place to you. Perhaps the sounds of water in a brook or a stream or an ocean wave. Your special place. Noticing the aromas of Grandmother Earth, her loaminess, the scent of pine or salt water in the air. You just love this place. Perhaps it's a child, a grandchild, or one of your own children, a niece or a nephew that you just love. And remembering what it was like to have them in your lap, or when they would give you a hug. Bringing to you a pet. Noticing their fur, their eyes, their feathers. You just love this being. Just noticing. Noticing what it feels like in your physical body, in your love for Grandmother Earth. Now, in your imagination, imagine gathering all of that love that you have for Grandmother Earth. Unchimaka, Kokmis Kikan, Gaia. Gathering all of your love that you have for her and placing it into a beautiful crystal, all of your love. And with your intention, sending your gift of love down to her core, down to Grandmother's heart, your gift of love. Sensing, feeling, seeing Grandmother's Earth love coming to you and noticing what it feels like to be surrounded, to be filled with her love for you. Noticing what it feels like in your physical body to be surrounded with her love, to be filled with her love. Perhaps sensing or feeling a color, seeing a color, her love for you. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, turning your attention to a night sky and bringing to you all of the images of grandfather's sky that you just love and appreciate. A night sky filled with stars. And how much you just love gazing up at those stars. The full moon and all her beauty and glory. The moon. Feeling the warmth of the sun. How much you just love and appreciate rainbows or double rainbows. They're so beautiful. Big white puffy clouds in a blue sky. Hearing the rumble of thunder or lightning in the distance. Noticing how much you love grandfather sky. How much you appreciate the beauty of grandfather sky. In your imagination, imagine gathering all of your love for grandfather's sky. And placing all of your love in a beautiful crystal. And with your intention, sending your gift of love up to the sun. Sensing, feeling, seeing grandfather sky's love coming to you. And noticing how it feels in your physical body to be surrounded by grandfather sky's love. Wankantanka, Gamisho Masay Nan, the Creator's love, filling you up and surrounding you. Noticing what it feels like. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine a sunrise or a sunset. It's so beautiful. The colors of the sky. The evening or sunrise noises, sounds of nature. Birds calling, crickets, maybe tree frogs. Your favorite time of the evening or the early morning. Sensing, feeling, seeing. Grandmother Earth's love for Grandfather Sky. And sensing, feeling, or seeing how Grandfather Sky loves Grandmother Earth. Showing us their love for each other and the beauty of a sunrise or a sunset. And then noticing where you feel the love of the sunrise or sunset in your physical body. So beautiful. That special time of day. Turning your attention to the feeling of love from both Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky, surrounding you and bathing you in their love, around their child, which is you, their divine child, the divine mother, the divine father, and you, their divine child, creating the Holy Trinity right here on earth. Through this love, through the love for you have for them and that they have for you, raising your vibration to love affects you and the world around you. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, coming back to the present time, this moment that we have together, coming back to your own living room or kitchen or wherever you're at. Stretching, moving your fingers and your toes. And when this feels complete for you, opening your eyes. And if you still kind of feel a little floaty, you can clap your hands, you can stamp your feet or rub them on the floor. Coming back to the present time. And if you would please let me know in the comment section that you're back, I would appreciate that. Just checking in on everybody. There we go. Just coming on back. And stretching. We're near the top of the hour. I wanted to let you know that this particular meditation changes how we feel, and it changes how we view the world. We're a bit calmer afterwards, that's for sure. And, you know, the more often that you do this, you're remembering how to hold that higher frequency of love, right? And the more often that you do the meditation, the longer and longer you will be able to hold that frequency. And just notice when that feeling starts to dissipate. And you can check in with yourself with that, right? And notice it. But in the meantime, before it starts to fade, this is a good time to say prayers. It's a good time. Say prayers for Grandmother Earth. Say prayers for all of our relatives, those who live in the ocean, those who swim, those who fly, the two-leggeds, the four-leggeds. To say prayers, to do your manifesting if there's something that you've been wishing or wanting in your life, is to start dreaming it. To begin that dream. Yeah, because you're at the frequency of love, you're in balance, you're grounded, and now's a good time to do that. Yeah. And so we do this once a month, the last Tuesday of every month. And it's a special time. It's a special time, and I enjoy it. Good. Tabitha says she's back. Thank you, Tabitha. Good to see you too. And Rob is back as well. Good. So this is the Unity Breath Meditation. It's an ancient way of reminding ourselves of the connection that we have between heaven and earth, right? Grandfather Sky, Grandmother Earth, and all of creation. And please remember that we have this crystalline, this pranic tube, and that the universal energy, prana, is running through us all the time, down through the top and up through the bottom, and universal energy is at the frequency of love. So anytime you feel, not so great, is to remember that, right? Is that we have love running right straight through us. All we have to do is turn our attention to it. That's being conscious. That's being awake. Yay. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this guided meditation. We'll do it again at the end of June. I'm so glad you guys were with me tonight. And if you can replay this anytime you want, it's recorded. You can replay it here at Facebook or go to our YouTube channel. And we got lots of those, all kinds of meditations there. But you can use that and download it, and you can play it anytime you like, right? Yeah. Rob is saying, I got back a bit early, actually. Couldn't stay that long. That's okay. That's all right. As long as you felt the shift, the change, right? That you could feel their love for you and your love for them. That's the important part, Rob. And so with that, please enjoy the rest of your evening, your Tuesday evening. Hopefully you'll be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time is my daily show from Sunday through Thursday. And that is a spiritual conversation. It was a good one today. It was all about prayers and for Grandmother Earth and all of her inhabitants, including us. And then, let's see, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time is Soul Connections with Polly Jo LeBay. And that's all about a healing meditation and a mini reading from her, an individual card draw, right? I tell you what, she's really good at it, right? And I don't know, she draws anywhere between 20 to, I think the highest was 58 cards. Yeah. So join us tomorrow night with Polly Jo LeBay. And Thursday is Living in Two Worlds. That's with Orchard and Carl Franklin and myself. It's a brand new show. And we are really talking more about what we've been talking about and saying that this is information about how light workers, energy workers, how we move between the physical world and the spiritual world, right? So join us at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday night for that one, Living in Two Worlds. So enjoy yourselves this evening, and hopefully we'll see you back here tomorrow night, okay? Bama Mina. That means in Potawatomi, until we see each other again. Love you guys.